Greetings, everyone. My name is Etterville, and welcome to my Let's Play of Castlevania, a 2D action platformer developed and published by Konami for the NES. Transylvania, 1691. Vampire hunter Simon Belmont has arrived to slay the recently revived vampire lord Dracula. These are his adventures. I can't tell you how many times I failed this jump during practice. Our first set of enemies are these zombies. Pretty simple to dispatch with our upgraded whip. And up there is a panther, I guess to fit the black cat motif. They only appear in this stage, by the way. The first instance of a long-running series staple, wall meat. Hey, Merman. The stopwatch is nice to use here, especially as it makes a lot of segments far easier. And here's the axe, one of my favorite sub-weapons of this game, and the best weapon to use against this boss, Vampire Bat. The item I just collected is called a shot multiplier. It allows me to throw more than one sub-weapon at a time. And here's the cross, my favorite sub-weapon of the game. It acts like a boomerang, and it deals a decent amount of damage per hit. These foes are called spear soldiers. They're the first enemy we encounter which take more than one hit to dispatch. Here comes the Medusa heads. They travel in a sinusoidal pattern. I'm swapping back to the knife here, as I actually want to use the knife against Medusa, not because it makes her easier, to give the knife more time in the limelight. The knife isn't bad per se. It's a fairly solid weapon, costing only one heart to use, but I'd rather have any other sub-weapon over it. except for maybe the stopwatch. These crushers. One touch on the bottom or the side, and you're dead. Thankfully, these crushers only appear on this one screen. The first instance of bone pillars. They're not too dangerous in this game, as they're fairly predictable with their projectiles. Here's Medusa. And yes, I took a hit here. I don't know how to dodge this attack. She too travels in a sinusoidal pattern. From here on out, throughout most of the series, she becomes easier. We're outside again. Here comes the flea man. To be fair, in this stage, they're not too troublesome. As long as you attack them as soon as possible, they won't get too out of hand. Oh look, skeletons. It took 3 stages to reach them. Future entries in the series do introduce them earlier. When you think Castlevania's Dracula, you think zombies, skeletons, and Medusa heads. Lucky. Doubly lucky. Now we can cheese the next boss. In fact, You can pretty much cheese all the bosses by using the holy water plus shot multiplier. That's why I'll only exploit it for this upcoming boss, as it's my least favorite of the game. So yeah, someone misplaced a money bag here. It should be 3 blocks above. Next boss, Twin Mummies. Relatively straightforward to deal with. And if you're wondering why the Twin Mummies are my least favorite bosses, it's because they're so simple. Compared to the Vampire Bat and Medusa, they are simply too straightforward, especially as boss number 3. So I like this stage, everything but the boss. Down we go! Thankfully Simon didn't break his legs. I guess part of his training was not skipping leg day. I guess that works, but for future ones, let's pick a different emote. And this concludes the hardest part of this stage. The biggest danger there is falling to bottomless pits. Despite the eagles constantly spawning and dropping fleamen, they're not too frightening. Skull and crossbones will work. Hi, Bone Dragon. Quetzalcoatl's? You mean the Bone Dragons? And that was this stage. Really, the most memorable part was the underground. Igor and Frankenstein's monster. Next boss. I could have cheesed this with the holy water, but I wish to give them somewhat of a fighting chance. If you don't have a sub-weapon, this fight is a lot more painful. Make sure to react fast here, otherwise they're taking a hit. bone dragons are some of the more dangerous enemies in these games, especially when you can't whip diagonally. The dread of instant death and whatnot. There should be food somewhere. Here we're introduced to the red skeletons. They can never be killed, only temporarily stunned. Here's the chicken dinner I was looking for. Axe Knights. Along with the Bone Pillars and Bone Dragons, they are some of the bulkiest enemies of the game, and they can throw boomerang axes at me. One simply pieced out. Not that I'm complaining. For the most part, as long as you're patient and pay attention to what's going on around you, these stages aren't too hard. Back to the cross. I haven't played Aria of Sorrow yet. There are so many games in this franchise that I'll be LPing. This room. This is the second toughest room in the game. There are a bunch of axe armors and Medusa heads constantly spawning. I can't tell you how many times I perished here. And worst of all, you fight dead after that gauntlet. And if you die, you're sent back downstairs. That, in my opinion, is the toughest boss of the game, assuming you don't have any sub-weapons, that is. Here we are, final stage of the game, The Ascent to Dracula's Throne. The vampire bats make their return. As these are pretty bulky, I suggest simply luring them away and running past them. Oh boy, this is the hardest room in the game. Remember how I said earlier about how the fleamen weren't too dangerous? Now they're very dangerous. You take 4 damage from every hit, and it's pretty easy to get knocked around. I died so many times here during practice. Anyways, we made it to Dracula's throne. It's time to put a stop to his reign of terror. Dracula's main strategy is to teleport and then use Hellfire, rinse and repeat. Be warned, he can telefrag you. Off with your head. Phase 2, his beast form, which looks kind of goofy to be honest. Lord Dracula has been slain. For the first time in this franchise. Don't worry, future versions become more terrifying. Still, I'd say Dead is tougher, especially without sub-weapons. And thus, this marks the end of my Let's Play of Castlevania 1. It set the stage for the rest of the franchise. It is rough around the edges, but it provides a solid baseline, which is expanded on in future titles. Not so much in the direct sequel, But starting with Dracula's Curse, I made this game look a lot easier than it actually is. Stages 5 and 6 have some rough spots, and I don't blame you if you die a few times there, especially during the lead up to death. In any case, thank you for watching my Let's Play of Castlevania, viewers. If you enjoyed it, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help out the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well, and join my Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in a future Let's Play.